Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. I tried to be semi-natural. It didn't end up actually working out like that. Never happens when I start playing with makeup, but I still wanted it to kind of be easy to do and not something that's too complex but still looks semi-complex. So if you want to see this look, then just keep watching. Woo! We are close. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% positive what I'm gonna do for my makeup. I'm gonna first just start on my face. So I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. So I just bought this stuff and I hauled a bunch of other stuff from the drugstore. So if you wanna see that video, I will link it down below. Alright, so then I'm gonna go in with this Loreal Infallible. It's their new Infallible Total Coverage. I don't know, is that the only name for it? I guess. It's supposed to be full coverage, weightless feel. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews on this. This will be my third time using it, so I can't say if I love it or I hate it. I do like the fact that it is full coverage right away. But I tend to touch my face a lot throughout the day, which isn't good, and so no, it doesn't do 24 hours for me. So with this foundation, I've noticed I cannot use my beauty blender. It just, I don't know why, it won't blend it out. So I'm actually using my my makeup brush set, the biggest one they have for this. So I want to try to show you. It is a really weird consistency, but I like it. I mean, I don't hate it. Let's just put it that way. It's almost like a fluff. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. So I'm just gonna smother that on my face, apparently. And I'm sorry if I'm looking down at my mirror is down below me. And I don't mean to flick you up. Now I did get this color too dark on accident. So I'm gonna put the excess on my neck. So as you can see, it is pretty full coverage. I do still see some of my redness peeking through, but if I went back and instead used my fingers on those red spots, it covers them right up. So I'm gonna let this sit a little bit on my face, and so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my eyes. So I'm gonna zoom you in really close right now. So I'm gonna use this Urban Decay primer potion for my eyes. I like this because it has a tint to it, so it cancels out a lot of the redness that I have on my eyes. Doesn't cancel all of it, but. Now, to set this, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette in this color right here. And I'm gonna just put that all over my lid. So I'm gonna go in with this color. It's called Warm Taupe, and I'm going to use that as my transition. Ever since I got this palette, that and the Raw Sienna seems to be the only colors I use for my crease now. So I'm just going to lightly put that in my crease and just, I'm not being too precise with it since this is going to be kind of an everyday, easier look. So I'm just going to put that in my crease and then kind of down in this V. So then next I'm going to go back into this palette and go in that Raw Sienna color. And then I'm just going to put that on top but a little bit lower. So with the Kylie Jenner Peach palette coming out, a lot of people keep posting pictures of peach stuff, and so it's making me kind of want to go into the orange. So I'm actually going to go in and grab this burnt orange color, and I'm just going to go on a smaller brush and just kind of add it in there for a little bit more orangey-ish tone to it. Alright, why not? We're going to go kind of crazy with orange. So I'm going to go in with this shade called Real Gar, I think. It's a deeper orange. I'm just gonna add it just a little bit right to the crease. just to give it a little bit more dimension. So then I'm gonna go in just with a clean brush and just kind of blend it all together to make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere. And when I do that, I kind of tend to grab it and drag it down a little so that it gets on my lid a little. I don't know. That's just personal preference. Alright, so sticking with this palette, I'm gonna go into this shade. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. And I'm gonna use my MAC 242 brush to do that. And I'm gonna go back in with that clean brush and just blend it together. That's all I'm gonna do for the eyes. I'm gonna zoom you back out real quick to finish my face. Boom! Alright, so to finish my face, I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay Naked Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. And this is in the color Fair Neutral, which is actually too white on me, but we're gonna roll with it. And then I'm gonna go in with me Wet n Wild brush. I don't know, I think it's a foundation brush, honestly. It's really dirty. I'm just gonna go in with this to buff out my concealer. Another thing I got in that drugstore haul was this e.l.f. What is this? I think it's just their e.l.f. sheer powder. I'm just gonna pour that into the lid. Woo! That was way too much. And this powder isn't bad. I'm not like obsessed with it, but it's not bad. So I'm just gonna use this really big fluffy brush and use it to some under eyes. Wow. So much powder. Alright, so I don't really feel like contouring because I haven't been in the contouring mood lately. So I'm just going to bronze my face up a little bit. And I'm going to use this, come on, you can do it. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild contour and highlight palette in Dulce de Leche. And I'm just going to use the bronzer side. And lately, I've been going back to this Morphe G5 brush to bronze with. So then I'm going to go to my blush and I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild in the shade Rose Champagne. I wanted to stay more towards the natural colors, not natural, but mauve-ish colors today. And then I'm going to go in with this Vasanti blush brush number 7. And I don't like too much blush. I better have been recording the whole time. We'll hope for the best. And if not, I'll go cry in a corner. So now I'm pretty much done with my face. So I'm gonna go back and do my under eyes. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in once again. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do kind of what I did to the top, but reverse. But I'm only gonna go in with the Warm Taupe, the Raw Sienna, and the Real Gar. I'm just gonna ignore the burnt orange color. I'm gonna go in with the Warm Taupe first and just kind of buff it. And then I'm gonna go in with the Raw Sienna and add it just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'm keeping that still, all of those colors, more towards the outer to the middle and kind of ignoring my inner part. But I bring, like, at the very end, bring a little bit. Like once it's pretty much gone. And I'm gonna use the Real Gar color to get right close to my water, right up to my waterline. So then because I don't want my under eyes to be too intense, I'm gonna go back in with that small brush after wiping off all of the powder and the previous colors. I'm gonna go back in with the brush and kind of just buff it all together. I'm gonna actually go back to my lid And I'm going to add more of that Real Guard because when I added in all the other color, or when I added in the lid color, it started to take away the redness or the orangeness of it. And so I'm going to go back in just to put it back. Okay, so my camera shut off because it needed to cool down a little bit. So while it did that, I just filled in my brows with the NYX Brow Pencil. I'm going to go ahead then and put my mascara on real quick. And I'm going to use this, I think it's Douce Maximize Volume, whatever mascara. Come on. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I actually ran out of my normal mascara, and so I decided to try this, and I actually really love this. So I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on real quick. Okay, I just realized I forgot some other stuff. So I'm going to really quickly go back into the Anastasia palette, and the color we set our whole lid with, I'm actually going to use to highlight my brow bone. I'm also going to really quickly take my MAC Nylon, and I'm going to highlight my inner corners with that. So for lips, I'm just going to keep it real basic and keep it really nude. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline, what is this? The Maybelline lipstick in Nude Lust, number 920. And that's all for this look. So if you have any questions on any products or any brushes that I didn't mention or forgot, just ask them down in the questions below and I'll answer them. I'm sorry, this has probably been really annoying the whole time, hasn't it? Oops, oh, there's another. So what turned into a natural everyday look kind of stepped it up a little bit. I hope it's still easy to follow. I want to have my videos kind of easier makeup to follow. Obviously, I'll still do some that are more intense and more work, but I want them to still be achievable by the person just starting out doing makeup. So hopefully that was semi-easy. But that's all I have for this video, so thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you in my next one. Skitchy, skitchy. It's so quiet, I got nobody to call